Welcome into the Can-Am off-road ATV world. Let us first congratulate you on acquiring your new off-road Can-Am ATV. Now give us a few minutes of your attention and you'll be rewarded with the best possible riding experience and more ways to keep you, your family, and your friends safe off-road. My name is Zach Wilson, Can-Am Product Specialist. Now this video contains important safety information. Take the time to view it carefully before using your vehicle. Failure to do so may result in serious injury or death. For this segment, we'll be talking about operator's requirements. Take note that it is also important to read and follow your operator's guide. It should be kept at all times with your vehicle. We recommend taking a moment referring to your operator's guide when seated on your machine to learn where to find controls and how they work. You must be able to use them properly when needed. Before each ride, the operator and passenger should read and understand their respective safety labels to remind themselves important safety tips. BRP recommends that all riders ride the appropriate size ATV according to their age. But be aware that nobody at any age should ride an ATV if they are not responsible enough to ride properly. Parents need to be sure young riders are mature enough to ride an ATV, receive proper training and instructions, and take an approved safety riding course. Young riders require parental permission and supervision from an adult. Before you go out for a ride, it's very important to familiarize yourself with the handling of your vehicle by practicing in a controlled setting. Each operator must be able to sit and have both feet on footrest and hands on the handlebar. You must avoid anything that impairs your own abilities, such as alcohol, drugs, and fatigue. Drinking and driving don't mix. You know it, so don't ever do it. Now for the pre-ride inspection. I remind you that you must inspect your vehicle before each ride to ensure that the vehicle is in good condition. Refer to the pre-ride inspection subsection in the operator's guide. This inspection monitors wear and deterioration before they cause problems. Your inspection should become automatic in your preparation routine, just like checking weather forecasts. Correct any problems that you discover. See an authorized Can-Am dealer if necessary. Now we'll be talking about the recommended safety gear while riding your ATV. Riding an open-air vehicle like your Can-Am ATV requires you to wear proper protective gear. Protective gear helps you stay comfortable and can help provide protection against the elements. Recommended protective gears for the driver and passenger include an approved helmet to protect your head and brain against injury, eye protection that protects your eyes against flying elements, closed-toed footwear. Sturdy over-the-ankle boots with non-slip soles offer more protection and allow you to plant your foot properly on the footrest. Long pants that protect you from heat, sunburn, cold temperatures, branches, and bushes. A long-sleeve shirt or jacket and a pair of full-fingered gloves that protect you against bad weather and your skin if you are ejected from the vehicle. On long rides, it's a good idea to carry rain gear. A dry rider will be much more comfortable and alert than a rider who is wet and cold. Now we'll be discussing riding with a passenger. Do not carry a passenger under any circumstances on a one-up ATV. Never carry passengers in cargo area. Double riding may impair the ability of the operator to shift weight going uphill, downhill, and around corners on an ATV not intended for two-rider use. It's important you review and understand the information in this video and in the operator's guide before operating your Can-Am 2-Up ATV, especially with a passenger. It's just as important that any person who may become a passenger on your 2-Up ATV watch this section carefully and reviews the safety labels to better understand and appreciate the safest way to be a participant in the 2-Up ride. Your passenger has to be capable of sitting upright while firmly placing his or her feet on the footboards and properly reach the passenger handholds to stay correctly positioned for proactive riding. The passenger must always hold on to the passenger grab handles, not the operator. If you are a novice or an untrained operator, you should not carry a passenger until you have sufficient experience in operating your 2-Up ATV. Now we'll be talking about stability. This vehicle handles differently from other vehicles. A rollover or tipover can occur quickly during abrupt maneuvers such as sharp turns or simply by side hilling or riding across steep hills or over obstacles. So don't assume that the vehicle will not tip over or roll over. You must know the limits of your vehicle under different riding conditions. Do not attempt maneuvers that may be risky for you, your passenger, or bystanders. Now we'll be talking about turning. Turning is one of the most frequent causes of accidents. It's easier for the vehicle to lose traction or roll over if you turn too sharp or are going too fast. Slow down when you approach a turn. You will feel a lateral force pushing you towards the outside of the curve. You should shift your weight into the turn and accelerate only after you start coming out of the turn. The best way to shift your weight for turning is to move forward slightly and slide over to the side of the seat that is on the inside of the turn. Support your body weight on the inside footrest and lean into the turn. Pay attention to the vehicle. If the wheels start to slide or come off the ground, you need to slow down or make a wider turn. Instruct your passenger to watch the road. Lean into the curves and brace. Now we'll be talking about braking. Whether you're stopping slowly or need to stop quickly, release the throttle and apply the front and rear brakes evenly at the same time. If the wheels lock, release the brakes briefly and then reapply again. Always keep in mind that braking distance is readily affected by, but not limited to, weather and terrain conditions, braking system and tire conditions, vehicle speed and attitude, and vehicle load including towing. Remember to adjust your driving accordingly. Slow down before entering a turn. Avoid hard braking during a turn. Always keep both hands on handlebars and feet on foot pegs when braking. Now we'll be talking about the parking brake. Always use the parking brake and engage the park position on the shift lever when the vehicle is not in operation. This is especially important when parking on a slope. On very steep inclines, or if the vehicle is carrying cargo, the wheels should be blocked using rocks or bricks. Before driving, make sure that the parking brake is disengaged. If the parking brake is left on while riding, it may cause damage to the brake system and cause loss of braking capacity and/or fire. Now we'll be moving on to operating in reverse. When operating in reverse, check that the path behind the vehicle is free of people or obstacles. Proceed slowly and avoid sharp turns. We recommend sitting on your ATV when operating in reverse. Avoid standing up. Your weight could shift forward against the throttle lever, causing an unexpected acceleration. Now we are going to talk about hauling cargo and pulling a trailer. The vehicle handling, stability, and braking distance are affected when loading racks and using the vehicle. Correct loading and weight distribution are therefore important. Never overload, tow, or carry cargo improperly. Always ensure the cargo is safely secured and properly distributed on the racks before operating the vehicle. Safely reduce speed according to terrain conditions when carrying cargo and avoid hills and rough terrain. Be careful not to skid or slide. Always secure cargo as low as possible on the racks to reduce the effect of higher center of gravity. Failure to follow the recommendations here could cause changes in the vehicle handling, which could lead to an accident. Now we'll be talking about pulling a trailer. Reduce your speed when pulling a trailer and turn gradually. Avoid hills and rough terrain. Never attempt steep hills. Allow more distance for braking, especially on inclined surfaces and when a passenger is on board. Be careful not to skid or slide. Improperly loading a trailer may cause a loss of control. Always put the shift lever to low range for hauling a trailer. Now let's talk about terrain conditions. Always avoid paved surfaces. Riding on paved surfaces may seriously affect handling and control of the vehicle and may cause a sudden loss of control. If you must drive on pavement, turn gradually and go slowly. Driving on public roads poses risks such as collisions and may be illegal in your jurisdiction. Only proceed with caution on roads and road segments where the usage of your vehicle is permitted. The best place to ride your Can-Am ATV is on loose, soft, packed, unpaved surfaces. Try to avoid steep inclines. If you're not careful, you could tip over when you're going up or down hills. When you're going uphill, you should drive straight uphill. Keep your feet firmly on the footrest with your body weight forward. Shift your ATV to lower gear and accelerate before you start to climb. Try to keep a steady speed and go easy on the throttle to avoid acceleration. Side-hilling your ATV is one of the most dangerous types of riding and should be avoided if possible. If you cannot avoid riding on the side of the hill, slow down, lean into the hill, transferring your body weight towards the hill while keeping your feet on the footrest. If you feel the vehicle start to roll over or slide sideways, steer downhill if possible. When riding on snow, stopping distances are lengthened. Apply brake frequently to prevent ice or snow accumulation and to dry brake pads and disc. This concludes our overview of important safety information you need to know before you go for a ride with your Can-Am ATV. For more safety and training information, see your Can-Am dealer or visit our Can-Am website. Thanks for your time and welcome to the Can-Am family.